Here I have my base fermentation for the sourdough focaccia. This has been fermenting for about 16 hours, and I'm gonna add my ingredients and build on that to make the dough that I'm gonna be working. So I'll add some lukewarm water. Zero out the scale, and then I'll add my pizza flour, which is great to use for the focaccia as well. There we go. So there's quite a lot of water in this dough. Okay, I'll use my scraper to mix the ingredients, the flour and the water. It will come together very quickly. I'll be working this dough by hand all the way through to the end. As you can see, it's quite wet, this dough. Okay, so it's getting ready to go onto the table to be worked. Just get this sticky mess out onto the table. Get all of it out. Alright, so now I'm just going to grab the dough at the top, and then I'm going to just slap it down onto the table and stretch it. So I'm pulling with my fingers. Holding the dough with my thumbs on the top side and the fingers on the bottom side. You're kind of pinching it a little bit, just holding it. And very quickly you can feel the dough changing. So don't be afraid, just get your hands in there, grab the dough, slap it down, pull on it and stretch those fibers. And then just gather your dough now and then. And continue working it. After a few minutes I can already feel the dough changing. It wants to stay together a lot easier, and there is more resistance for my fingers when pulling on the dough. So I'm kind of running my fingertips through the dough. So as you can see, the dough is dividing. So there's always a little piece left on the table. Don't worry about it. What's important is that you work the piece that you have in your hand, and you collect both of the parts when this one is strong. So I can feel the strength building up now. Just gather the dough. Wow, the dough completely changed, and it follows wherever you want to go. And it doesn't stick to my hands anymore. What's important is that you keep working, keep working, keep working. Just be consistent. And you can now stretch the dough quite far. Alright, it's now time to gather your dough into one piece. You cannot have this mess on the table for any extended amount of time. So the dough is now coming off my fingers quite well. Alright, I'm going to use my scraper. Just gather the dough and continue working. what I have here now is a completely changed dough. So all the water is absorbed into the flour, and the gluten fiber is strengthened. Right, what I'm going to do is gather the dough and add the oil bit by bit. So the dough is going to slide around a little bit, but that's fine. Just run your fingers through and the oil will be absorbed into the dough. Right. So this dough is now ready to receive the salt. There we go. Just gather your dough a little bit. And spread your salt out across the dough. There we go. Just rub it in a little bit. And then fold it a few times. And then continue working it. Just be a little bit gentle in the beginning, so the salt gets absorbed into the dough. So when you're running your fingers through the dough, in the beginning after adding the salt, you can feel the salt grain. But after a minute or so, you cannot feel it. And then you know the dough has absorbed the salt. Oh, there we go. Now it's time to get some shape onto this mess. So I'm just going to gather the dough onto itself, and then I'm going to spin it around on the table to get that shape onto the dough. I'm just using my scraper with an angle and pushing the dough in front of the scraper like that. So now you have a top here, and I'm gonna smear some olive oil on there. So now you can actually handle the dough a little bit. So firstly use your scraper, get some of the oil underneath, and then you can handle the dough like this. So it goes into the bowl to rest.